Hey everyone, I want to do part 3. I didn't put one up yesterday because the day before I got a flu shot and I was not feeling good yesterday. And then today I had to make up for yesterday and today. So it's about 5:30, 6 o'clock right now, and I thought I'd do this part. This is going to be the hard part. When I left you off, the ambulance came and got my mom, and they took her to the hospital, and at that time I think the COVID was peaking up everywhere, and this is like August, it was peaking up. She ended up being in the emergency room for 2 days until they could get her a bed, and they finally got her up on the floor, and she was having all kinds of problems. I mean, her kidney function was fine at that point, but the swelling in her legs, there was another blood clot, which was good because this way they had to take care of her because I couldn't take care of her here. And this way, I already told the doctor on the telecom that I will refuse to take her home. And I told my mom, I'm not doing it to be mean. She goes, oh, I know. And it's just that they're going to have to do something. At this point, this must have been, okay, and then she was in there for another 2 weeks. My sister was coming, no, she's in there almost another 3 weeks, I believe. Oh, hang on. Another 3 weeks, I believe. Well, she was in there for about 2.5 weeks. My sister was coming. I know that my mom, something must have, I know her magnesium and potassium was going, and the pulmonary embolism is what got her. And it's really crazy how it happened. The 20th, my sister was coming into town and was going to stay 3 or 4 days, and then we figured my mom would have another month because they're going to get the tubes changed, that whole 9 yards. At this point, they were still trying to go get her tubes changed, and they weren't going to do it. I didn't even want to go there. It's just, but anyway, we ended, my sister, that morning that she was that morning I was picking up my sister at the airport, I called the hospital, couldn't get hold of my mom, called the nurse's desk. She said, oh yeah, let me walk in there. And when I handed the phone to my mom's like, they're trying to kidnap me, come get me. I mean, she's just freaking out, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I talked to the nurse. The nurse said that they gave her a Percocet, which they did a couple nights ago, and she did very well, slept good. And I guess, when you're old and you have all kinds of medicine you're taking and you got things going on, things can... And my mom is a lightweight with medication, especially pain medication. They probably could have divided the pill in 3 and it would have been enough for her. But she liked it because she could sleep. I said, well, I got to pick up Dawn. No, you come get me now. Blah, blah. Talk to the nurse. She said she's going to be okay. I said, I'm going to go get my sister. I mean, that was like a 3.5 hour there and back. It was like an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. And you figure another half hour waiting for her to get off the plane and all that. So anywhere from 3.5 hours to 4 hours, I was gone. We get back. We come in the house to, use the bathroom, freshen up a little bit, and then head up to the hospital, which is only 3.5 miles from the house. So I said, let me call up there and see how it's going. Well, she didn't answer her phone in her room. Call the nurse's station. You go in there and check to see why her phone isn't by her, The lady walks in there. My mom hands my mom the phone, and my mom is like, I can't breathe. I handed the phone to my sister immediately. She's a respiratory therapist. She's flipping. I mean, it was god-awful. God-awful. We get in the car. We get up there. My mom's looking at us. She knows my sister's there. She knows everything that's going on. And I'm like, what the hell happened? I mean, aren't you watching her? And they said, no, I was just in here 5 minutes ago, and she was fine. Well, even my sister said, these things can come on so quick because she had a pulmonary embolism. which I guess is some kind of blood clot thing that I don't really know. I remember what they said, but I just anyway. They put a BiPAP machine on her, BiPAP machine, and from what I understand, it's like a intubator, but it's not down the throat, and it's not as invasive as it being intubated. She did not want to be intubated. We signed papers right there and then, and because I know my mom did not want that. At this point, my mom was really having a hard time breathing, and once she got the machine on, and that Monday, we FaceTime everybody so they could say goodbye. It could be hard. She said goodbye to everybody. I mean, she didn't really speak, but she knew they were there. We stayed up there with her. Finally about, I don't know, 11 o'clock. Because we got there about 11 o'clock. We went home. We went back to the house, tried to get some sleep. We didn't really sleep that good. We go up there the next morning. At this point, she's not even... The only thing that's keeping her alive is this CPAP machine, the BiPAP machine. As soon as they would take that off, that would be it. And we were so tired. We went up there Tuesday. Finally, this one nurse that used to be a hospice nurse, very nice, Rita, very nice lady. Thank God for her. She was resting comfortably, and we went home to about, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Went home, and we were just so tired. We were so tired. We were to go home and take sleep and call us, if there's any change or problems or anything like that. And we came home, took showers, got into bed. About 9 o'clock was really funny because I got up and went to the bathroom, and I thought, I didn't hear nothing. Everything's quiet. I'm thinking no news is good news. And no sooner got back in the bed, and I heard my sister's phone ring, and Rita called my sister. I said, you don't need to get up here. And 10:30, she was gone. We took the thing off, and by 10:30, she was gone. And then that was that. We had her cremated. She's in her room right now. I talk to her every day. And, yeah. I knew this was going to be hard to do, but I knew I had to do it. It was 3 weeks yesterday since she's been gone, and then my mother-in-law is getting ready to pass away too. She can't do dialysis anymore, so they've put her in hospice today, actually. So, my poor daughter, but it's life. And they're not suffering anymore. My mom is not suffering anymore. And I feel a little relief because she's not suffering, and it was hard. After she could barely walk anymore, that one dumb nurse says, well, why didn't you take her back to Florida? I says, because she can't sit in a car for 8 hours and can't get out of the car to go to the bathroom or nothing. And then what I'm supposed to do when I get there? I've always had insurance pretty much. And people I know I've heard horror stories, but I've never lived the horror story. And I can see how people are, my thing with insurance was always too high. That was my big thing with it. But not only is it too high, but it's worthless sometimes. And It's just disgusting. It really is. My sister, she's a respiratory therapist, and she'll say they need this medicine and this medicine. And they'll say, okay, well, their insurance doesn't pay for it. So later my sister, why did you give her this? The insurance don't pay for it. I don't know. I've never had anybody come to me and say you can't have this because your insurance don't pay for it. I don't know if it's the kind of insurance I have or there is insurance companies. I don't know the politics of insurance. And I think it's the most inhuman, disgusting thing in the world. I have Florida health care. Oh no, honey, I went and found some insurance. I'll be covered in North Carolina November 1st. Because I always thought, worst, because I have a house down there and stuff, and the worst comes to worst, I'll just go through the emergency room. And no, I'm not playing that game. But that's pretty much what I've been going through. I have no idea what my plans are for the future. I don't know. I have no idea. I do know one thing. I am going to be around my daughter and my grandbaby. Wherever she goes, I'm landing with her. And I've already decided that. Life's too short. And, yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to take till the first of the year. I'm not thinking about anything. Nothing. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm tired of making plans and they don't go through. Now it's just more or less I need to heal. I need to heal from my marriage. I need to heal from my mom passing. I need to heal. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on me and take care of me. I can't take care of everybody else anymore. I can't do it. I've been doing it for a long time. And I can't do it no more. So, sorry for all the tears. But, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that can't think of anything. I'm going to be working on my eBay, which I have been doing some of that. Once I get the house a little bit more unpacked, I'll give you a house tour. I can do that. I've had to go on blood pressure medicine. Yeah, my blood pressure got pretty high, and well, it was like kind of up and down last couple of years. And I think when I was at the doctor's office in May, or April, May last year, last time I went down there, he said it was a little high and he wanted me to keep an eye on it. And you know what, with everything going on, I just totally forgot about it. I never even thought about it again until one day the doctor's office calls. This is right at the point of my mom getting ready to pass away, probably the last week. And the nurse calls me and said, your blood pressure you've been taking. I'm like, no. I feel like an idiot. And she goes, she says, can you? I said, well, I guess I can go to Walgreens. I'm not thinking. And I said, well, can I buy one? She goes, oh, yeah, buy it. So I bought one. And I was taking my blood pressure 3 times a day, which it was high. And I did call her. I did it for over a weekend, I think it was, after I had gotten it. Did it for 2 or 3 days. Called the nurse back, told her. They called me back, and I had to get a prescription. Well, I had to have it filled down there because the insurance, oh my God. So, it took another week before I got the medicine and taking it and all that. And I've been taking it now for about 2 weeks, and there's been a big improvement. Even the way I feel has been a big improvement. I didn't ever really realize how blood pressure can affect you, and I was always like, I know the stuff that's going on too, but I don't, yeah. It's a wonder I didn't have a heart attack with all that stress, because for the last 3 months I have been worrying about her, You know, and she was down here almost 3 months, and maybe 4 weeks of it, because she was over there for a couple weeks, 3 weeks before we moved over here, and she was only here for maybe a week in this house, and the rest of the time she was in the hospital. I'm so glad she's not suffering anymore. I mean, that's the best part. But things are changing. The world is changing. My life is changing. The dynamics of all our lives are changing in my family. I know, and I do know that everybody's going out, you know, just be strong, people, be strong. Because you can't give up. And it's like my sister, look what you have accomplished, you know, because sometimes you have to have somebody remind you, you know, to look back on what you accomplished. You know, why are you afraid? Why it makes you think you can't do this? But you know, unfortunately, we're human. We're no superpowers. But yeah. So it's been a roller coaster. It really has been a roller coaster ride, I must say, and I'm ready for it to stop and get off. Well, I'm going to quit babbling here because I've gone on too long. Everybody hang tough. Hang tough. I am going next week to look at the fall leaves because it's going to be a lot cooler here. It's been so hot in the 80s, high 80s. I'm like, no. Yeah, so next week I am going to be doing some of that. I'm going to maybe take a ride up to Boone and just go look at all the foliage. We'll do some trips, and then I'll put some pictures on there. And I'll just keep everybody updated. I may have to change my channel's name because I don't know. You know, I do like doing YouTube channels. I don't know. You know, I do a lot of this on YouTube because it helps me. And along the way, I have met some really nice people on the comments and stuff. And everybody is just wonderful. And I wish everybody luck. You know, my mom used to tell me, you can't save the world. I've always been that type. And I keep saying, you can't save the world. You can't save the world. Take care of what's in your box. Take care of what's in your box. And that's what I'm doing. Good night. Have a great evening. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye. Love y'all.